Hello, friends. So today I'm going to talk about some very standard jazz chord progressions that when you master, you will be able to apply them to lots and lots of tunes. So here it goes. So the first one is 2, 5, 1. Right? So I'm going to give you lots of examples. So the first one that comes to mind is Satin Doll. That's just 2, 5, right? In C, and then we're just going to go up a whole step. Right, so lots of 2, 5, just kind of taking that 2, 5 chord and moving it around different keys. So 2, 5. So I would practice, make sure you can just do 2, 5, 1s in all keys. So, and I have other videos on this, but just 2, 3rd and 7th. Okay, and then move it around the circle of fifths. So that was C, and then you're gonna do F, and then B flat, right? So being able to think, I'm in the key of B flat. What is the 2? 2 is C. C, F, B flat. That kind of thing. Okay, so 2, 5, 1. You'll hear it a lot. And sometimes it's just to move between key centers. So if we took something like Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Right, 2, 5, I'm going to F, I'm going to the 4 chord, so that's very common. We'll just hit the 2, 5, 1 in F. So instead of remembering 3 chords in a song, now you only have to remember one thing. We're going to F and just do a 2, 5, 1 in F. Okay? So that's the first one, 2, 5, 1. Next, we're going to go, it's going to use 2, 5, 1, but a little more. So, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. So 2, 5, 1's in there. It's just that 6 is in there. So 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. Okay? And there's lots of tunes just right out the gate that use 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. Common Miles Davis tune, If I Could Write a Book. So we're going to be in F, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. Right? And then it goes off into some other stuff there. But 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. If you can learn to hear this pattern, now it's not 1, 2, 3, 4 chords. It's one thing, right? It's just this vocabulary now that you know. Okay? What's another one? Can't Help Loving That Man of Mine. And here's your 2, 5 going to 4. Right, you see that? I was in, B flat. I was in F, and I'm going to go to the 4. And to get there, I'm going to use the 2, 5 of 4. Then we're going to keep going circle of fifths there. So anyway, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. So now what we're going to do is once you have your 2, 5, 1s, your 1, 6, 2, 5, 1s, now you can add some variations to that. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take the 1, 6, 2, 5, 1 pattern, and we're going to kind of tweak some of those chords in there. Instead of maybe minor chords, they're going to be dominant chords. So here's what I mean. If we take, we'll just do this 3rd and 7th thing. 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. What if we make the 6th chord a dominant chord? So technically that'd be like a secondary dominant, a 5 of 2. So listen to this. Instead of here, now it's a dominant chord. Okay? And you could do the same thing to the other chord. So instead of the normal 2 chord, you could make that a dominant chord. So now we have chains of dominance. So some tunes use this kind of altered version of 1, 6, 2, 5, 1 with a dominant chord. So if you listen to When You Wish Upon a Star, Right? Do you see that? It used this dominant chord, or like augmented, this major augmented dominant chord on the 6. So basically, just 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, just the 6 is a little different. Okay? What's another one? When I Fall in Love. So the Nat King Cole song, right? Right? That's the same thing. This augmented chord here. So there's lots of things you can do with that. So once you build up this vocabulary, you start to notice these patterns. So now instead of just looking at the real book or looking at some, some chart, and you're seeing chord, 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 now you group them together. Oh, this is a 2-5 in the 4 chord, or this is a 2-5-1 in some key, or a 1-6-2-5-1, or oh, it's a 1-6-2-5-1, but with a slight alteration of like the 6 chord or the 2 chord or something like that. So anyway, there you have it. If you can just practice these chord patterns in isolation, I have lots of videos on those, how to kind of run through these chord patterns. I wanted to give some motivation, because what I find with students is that they get a little stuck. It's like, I just want to learn tunes, or why are you giving me all these exercises, running through in all these different variations, right? It's hard to see kind of the light at the end of the tunnel, because at the beginning, I know it's hard, and there's just like a lot to take in, and like I just want to play music, which is fine, but sometimes step back and try to see the forest from the trees. So anyway, happy practicing.